Hi everyone, and welcome back to the main image optimization module. Now today we are going to talk about drafting and prototyping and why is that important before you even go and start creating strategies or even invest money in something that might not work. So the problem is that most sellers just burn cash straight into expensive photo shoots, or they even freeze and think that they don't have budget to optimize the listings because photo shooting is expensive. Yes, it is expensive. But before we get into that, we need to think about the strategy behind what is it that you actually want to showcase. So most of sellers, as I mentioned, they either just get a photo shooting done without any direction and find out later that the images that they created don't click. They don't have any conversions. They don't get any clicks. So you're paying for production before knowing what actually works. And this is something extremely important because the consequence is that you just waste budget, time, energy, and of course, you miss the ranking window before your main image doesn't earn the clicks. So that's like showing up to a gunfight with a water pistol. I know it's sad and it's painful sometimes, but that's how it actually is. That is why drafting, prototyping, and strategizing is extremely important. So how do you do that? Well, I will show you that there's a process that you can follow in which once that you actually start utilizing AI, first of all, you reduce the time that it's needed. And second, you don't go and waste budget because you build a concept, you validate if you like them, then you go and poll them, then you refine, then you do another testing. And at the end, only if it's really working, you go and really invest time and money into it. Because testing new images for better click-through rate can be time consuming and costly. Yes, but we have AI tools that I built that will help you with that. First of all, we will talk about a custom bot that I created. Is on the GPT. The only thing you need to do is just scan this QR code and you will get directly directed to the bot. Now, to this bot, Dr. Stop the Scroll, the only thing that you need to do is feed it all the information that you have so far. The customer personas, the ROI scoring, the list of your features, and of course, if you have data, also the SQPs and everything that we've built so far up until this point. Now, this bot, what is going to do is going to help you create a brief for another bot that will help you generate the image so you can validate and see if that's what you want. Now, by default, this specific bot will give you 3 prompts that you can utilize in 2 different stages of the main image. It's strictly created for the main image optimization. Now, with the brief that you have from the previous bot, we go to Dr. Pixel. Now, Dr. Pixel has been created. It's a custom bot that helps you generate images, lifestyle and main images as well. Now, what do? We pull the briefs from the previous bot and we give it to Dr. Pixel. Now, Dr. Pixel will revalidate it and then it will ask you if you want to generate the image. The question is yes. And the result in 2 minutes without spending a week worth of back and forth with your designers and even money in creating photo shoots that might not work, you have a prototype generated by Dr. Pixel so you can understand if that's what you really want and if that would be the direction that you might win the clicks on the search. We already have a prototype that we will actually poll and test. Now, remember that these are not Amazon ready images, even if many times you will be tempted to because the quality in many cases is really, really good. So here are the steps because this is actually a sort of an SOP. So you feed the data to the bot, you input it, and then you gather all the information and you go to Dr. Pixel and it will let it do its thing. Now, turn the prompts into visuals, hand the prototypes, and we are going to use an example. Now, here you have step-by-step on what you need to do. But from the search, I downloaded this image. It's the beard oil from Honest Image. This product has been on Amazon from 2017 and is doing really great because it's a very well-known product even outside of Amazon and it has a lot of selling history, but the images and the listing overall are not really that great. In fact, if I added it to my own rank radar, and you will see that on long tail keywords, because the listing is not optimized, this product is not doing really well. But let's see what we could do utilizing our process to improve this main image specifically. So currently we have this, which is, yes, quite bad in terms of a main image. Now, the first thing that we did, we wanted to understand if we were to make this a render or, a photo shoot, but really high quality. And this is what Dr. Pixel gave me, right? A very clean variant of how this would look like. It really looks way better than this. First of all, the angle, you can see the product better. It has also shadows, way more clean and premium. Now, then we go to the variants. The bots are trained to always give you variants based on either the ingredients or a specific feature. Of course, that might not apply to all the products. There are sets of products out there that might not really work for them. So you might need to give it a little bit of guidance in terms of what you would like to show, like what is the main thing that you would like to stand out. Otherwise, it would just go through the RICE scoring system that you created and it will give you an idea like this. So utilizing that, we went into the ingredients and we pulled over here this specific image. Now, this is, again, something that Dr. Pixel did in 2 minutes. So once that we got to this point and we build all the data behind it and we know who's our customer, we know what they want, we know our ingredients, we know the list and the importance of the features to our customers, we go and create the images. Again, these are concepts. They are not ready to use images on Amazon, even though they might look pretty nice. So here we concentrated on the ingredients and we got this. Then last but not least, as the third variant, we wanted to create an image in which we also showed the box. Now, yes, in this case, I did provide the images with the container running with the bottle and also with the box to the bot. And then we recreated this. I think it looks really nice. So at this point, you are at a point where you have 3 new main concepts, right? A better version of the clean one where you show ingredients, and one where you are showing the box. This can be created, of course, to products that already have boxes, or if you don't, you might want to create a concept for it. At that point, it might be a little bit more complicated. But when you do have a box, this is very easy to understand. Like, what will my customer react to, product only or product with the box? What does it get more attention? And how do you do that? Well, you go and you start testing. You start understanding what really works, of course, by going into polling, which will be our next video.